Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harness. Welcome to Quest Play Enderal, Chapter 13. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and are ready to get started here in this next part. So when we last left off, we were basically locked in some kind of imaginary dungeon called the Strange Place, and now it's our job to escape it. So with all of that in mind, I hope you guys are ready for Quest Play Enderal. Alright. Aixon. I don't know how this door just popped open. There appears to be a skeleton archer in here, though. Okay, all I have... Oh. Okay, I can see why this is called the Strange Place. You don't happen to have a torch, do you?
The gods! These are the scourges of the suppressor. Want to punish us.
Ow. Okay. Interesting. Are you gonna fight that thing? Okay, can't get in there. Get in there. And that's where we started. Really hope that skeleton archer does not come to life. Although those floating chairs are problems enough. Might as well keep my knife out. Weird. Oh, I want it. Oh. Personal space, man. Personal space. Alright. Probably swap out the sword for the knife. Or vice versa, what I actually... Ow! Said... Yeah, it's a good thing these seducers don't hit very hard. Okay, all these corpses just have human flesh on them, which I suppose is to be expected. Whoa. How do we open this? Oh, good. Just corpses being burned. Well, that certainly is pleasant. Alright, let's keep going up here. Here, another seducer. And here, another couple seducers.
It's so cold. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to go out. After all, I mean, yeah. Yes, the cell is small, but at least it's safe.
Look, man, you don't have to come with me. I mean, so far, you're not helping one bit, so I'm capable of doing this on my own. Wish there was like a torch or something on the wall I could grab. More seducers, more corpses. Although this one's not hopelessness. Interesting. So are we supposed to be like facing our fears? Is that what's going on? It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. just gonna put my sword in my pants here real quick. Alright. I really need you to stop bumping into me, man. Okay, it doesn't look like I can swim down. I was like, can I get back up? No. Okay. What is over here?
What the? Haven't we been here before? By the gods, everything here looks so similar. It's a maze.
We've gone through 3 rooms. This one
Oh, really?
not being
We should
one of
never
them.
have left. This will be. Oh no. No. Do you see it? All the cells, they're all empty. And there's blood. Oh no. There were people in there just like us. They didn't know their place either, and now they're dead. They've simply evolved because they dared to disobey the suppressor.
Yeah, man, that's
By the gods. This is
certainly a theory.
to us too. I knew it was a mistake to leave in the first place. I just knew it.
You're welcome to go back to the cell. Anytime. Jackass. Ah. So if I take remorse, I can regret taking that skull and get stabbed in the face. Oh man, all the way back here. I suppose it's not that bad.
What the? Haven't we been here before? By the gods. Everything here looks so similar. It's a damn maze. Oh, really? We should never have left. This will be our doom. Oh, no. No. Do you see it? All the cells, they're all empty. And there's blood. Oh, no. There were people in there just like us. They didn't know their place either, and now they're dead. They've simply dissolved because they dared to disobey the suppressor. By the gods, this is what will happen to us too. I knew it was a mistake to leave in the first place. I just knew it.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
This is so wrong and right at the same time. I know we can't escape, but to just have a glimpse outside, the suppressor will understand.
Alright, well, I mean, so far the suppressor is not impressing me one bit. Alright, before I go there... Ow. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh no! Can't you see? We're back where we started. It's just useless. The suppressor doesn't want us to leave, and now he will be even angrier when we meet him than...
Well, well. So you figured it out? Yes. I am what keeps you in this place. But was it blind rage that made you act, or have you truly understood who I am? Have you understood what drives you and determines your actions?
I was actually not trying to punch you.
And the water filling your lungs is cold. But you still haven't found it, child, have you?
Oh, hey. Good to see you awake. How are you feeling?
Where are the others? Dunwar, Kalia, Master Bartar?
Good question. The room was empty when I came here. Actually, that's quite weird now that you mention it. The entire temple seemed kind of deserted. But, probably a ceremony or something like that. Now, tell me, how are you holding up? I heard this trial's quite the feat. Apparently some of the novices never wake up again.
Tired. Where are we?
In the temple. The curarium, to be precise. You were brought here when you were traveling with that Aixon guy. I think the others are already awake, but I didn't want to leave you here, so I thought I'd just stay. I mean, hey, you are a keeper of the first sigil now, aren't you? I believe congratulations are in order.
I'm not letting it get to my head.
Well, you shouldn't. Do you know why? Because you're pathetic. Simply pathetic.
Yeah, Aixon. You done with the charade?
I said you are pathetic. At first we believed it would be more exciting this time. But now that we've seen the new prophet, our hopes are gone. You're a joke.
A nobody who let his only friend kick the bucket.
As if you'd ever accept that. You humans are always so damn persistent, aren't you? Why? Why can't you just let go?
Because in the end, you are powerless, just as all those before you. And you, prophet, you are the biggest joke of all.
You are nothing but an urchin.
A weak.
Who are you?
And a murderer.
And that is why you will burn. All of you. The cleansing will happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
You don't scare me.
Is that so? Such presumption from a fish who thinks his pond to be the world. The world is an interplay of cause and effect, and the only logical consequence of your existence is annihilation. That's the way it was, and that's the way it's going to be. But enough of the banter, urchin. We wanted to meet you, and so we did, even though the result is rather sobering. Now wake up! Keep on stumbling through the mist.
The gods are dicks.
Thank Malphus. I was starting to think I was the only one. How are you? You look exhausted.
Alright, I suppose. Thanks for asking.
Then you have a remarkable constitution. Usually the after effects of the potion last for days. But it's good to see the Grandmaster was right after all. I woke up just a few hours earlier, and he was here in the meantime. He didn't doubt for a single second that you would make it. But I suppose mutual congratulations are in order. We made it. We passed the trial.
So does that make us keepers now?
Almost, yes. All that is left to do is to take the oath, and then Grandmaster Aranthiel will exalt us to the keepers of the first sigil. Speaking of whom, he also told me some things while you were asleep. About the Pyreans, about these dreams, and of course, about this Cycle. This is so bizarre, really. At first we're told out of nowhere that the gods have died, and now humanity is on the brink of extinction. This is a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to lay on people. I figured, what do you make of all of this? The cycle, the cleansing?
Hard to say. I never had those dreams the Grandmaster talked about, even though I'm magically gifted. But then again, I always had the feeling that the Red Madness was more than an ordinary disease. Well, I suppose all of this explains a lot. At least now I can understand why the Grandmaster was willing to break all the traditions of the Order just to get you exalted to be a keeper. According to him, most of our battle against the cycle will stand or fall with you.
Oh, great. I wish I could say that with the same conviction as him. To be honest, I don't really think I've understood all of what's happened to me yet.
Yes, I believe that. It's a great responsibility you've been given, and as impressive as your skills are, I would not want to change places with you.
So what's the next step?
Well, as I said, we both have to take the Holy Oath. You should talk to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready. He's waiting for you in the Emporium.
We both. What about Dunmore?
Right. Dunmore. The apothecary examined him about an hour ago, and it doesn't look good. It's likely that he'll never wake up again.
He will die? He doesn't deserve that.
No, in spite of everything. You know, Dunwar was one of those people who tried to gild their insecurity with boastful behavior. The reality is that he was the last of his bloodline, and his faith in the path and his destiny as a keeper were all that he had left. And who knows, maybe he would have been a great help to the Order with the right guidance. But I guess Master Bartar's revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie.
Yeah. Dunmore was the last of his bloodline?
Yes. All of the Dalmordans fell victim to the great flesh maggot plague of 8215. Actually, it was almost sad to see him running around and boasting about his nobility, though everyone knew that without the help of the Order, he would have probably ended up living in a shack in the Undercity. If you can call that living.
Right. You don't seem to be too shaken up over all this, the death of the Lightborn, I mean.
Well, maybe I just don't show it as much. But yes, in a way, you're probably right. I suppose that's mainly due to the fact that to me, as opposed to Dunwar, the Order always stood for an idea. And an idea doesn't die with the one who first thought of it. Funny that the Grandmaster said nearly the same thing during the exaltation. Dunwar would have considered it blasphemy.
Yeah. Interesting thought. Speaking of Dunmar, what was that thing about the ritual place all about? He called you a witch.
I knew the question would come eventually. I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so why not from me first?
I wouldn't have asked if I weren't interested. Shoot.
As you wish. Where should I start? Maybe with the fact that I don't remember anything that happened before my 6th winter. I don't know where I was born, and I never got to know my parents.
Sorry. You don't remember? How come?
I wish I knew. What I do know, though, is that the first memory I have is of waking up in the middle of some village. It was dark, and I felt dizzy and, I don't know, empty? That's probably the best way to describe it. I eventually found the strength to get up and look around, and, well, that's when I realized what was actually going on around me.
What?
The entire village. It had been destroyed. There were corpses everywhere. Men, women, children. And the houses had been crushed as if some mad god had rampaged through the streets there. And it had all just happened hours before because the destruction was still fresh. Whatever it was, I didn't have much time to think about it. As soon as I got up, I saw 3 riders coming through the smoke. One of them got off his horse, ran towards one of the corpses, and started screaming something in my direction. Then I felt a blow on the back of my head, and I lost consciousness. By the name of the sun, it's strange to talk about it like this. It's been so long, but the memory feels as if it had happened yesterday.
I figured as much. Thank you for trusting me with this. It must be hard to talk about.
It's okay. Anyway, it turned out that the riders were men from the village who had gone hunting. They must have observed the whatever it was from the distance and ridden back to the village. At least I think that's how it went. I guess I'll never find out. The reason they thought I was somehow involved is that the village priest found me a couple of days before it happened near a shrine in the wilderness. Apparently, I was wearing torn clothing, and no matter what the apothecary tried, he couldn't wake me up from my comatose sleep. And it seems that made the riders think I was some kind of witch child, or unholy beast, whichever you prefer.
I see, and these men wanted to do what exactly? Take revenge?
Probably. Truth be told, I try not to think about it too much. And actually, it doesn't matter, because I somehow managed to get away before they could do anything. I even made it to Ark all by myself, which didn't turn out to be much of an improvement in the end, because I was pathless.
They brought you into the other city then?
Yes. Thinking about it now, I actually wonder how I made it through my time down there. But maybe that's one of the advantages of being a child. You don't think. You just act. Still, the winters down there were cruel, and if Master Tyrus hadn't found and taken care of me, I probably wouldn't have made it through my 2nd year.
Master Tyrus, the keeper, adopted you?
Yes, otherwise I would not be here. He saw me, and he knew what he had to do, is how he put it. Of course, the Order wasn't too happy about a pathless child in the Scuola, just as some aren't happy about you being here. But Tyrus was a highly regarded man, and that's why they let it slide.
So Master Tyrus granted you the novitiate?
Yes, and now I'm here. Well, here we've reached the end of my impressive tale. I hope you liked it.
What happened to Master Tyrus? Where is he now?
Gone. He was very old, and there was nothing anyone could do about it. But I'd prefer not to talk about it, if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. So that means that Dunmar believes that this story about you being responsible for the destruction of the village is actually true?
He does, yes, and he's not alone in his opinion. One of those hunters recognized me in the market my first year as a novice, and you can imagine that it was easy pickings for those who were already against my presence in the Order. From then on, they added names to the derogatory stares. Demon Child, Witch, whatever they could come up with.
I saw your skills, and you're the only one who made it through the trial. The way they treat you probably has more to do with jealousy than anything else.
Maybe, but everything I'm capable of is the fruit of hard work, though they will never acknowledge that. You know what's funny? To some extent, I'm glad to be who I am. That way, people just leave me alone, and that gives me more time to focus on what's important, on my goals.
Which would be?
Several, but I'd say that's enough of the gloomy stories, don't you think? There will be plenty of time for chatter in the future. Maybe.
Let's talk later. I should go see the Grand Master now.
You should. It's already late, but if you want, I can show you the most important places in the temple before you go to the Emporium. What do you think?
That would be nice.
Good. Then get your gear from the chest by your bed and we'll go. Now then, let's go.
Give me a second. I need to put on some better clothes. I'm right behind you.
Alright, this is the Sanctum. It's a place of silence and prayer, and also where we'll be exalted later.
Pathless myself wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead? Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor, in life as in death.
Okay, I think you've seen this place before. We call this part of the temple the Chronicum, and in here is gathered the knowledge of the Order, written down in books and parchments. Plus, all of the experiments and research on artifacts and magic is done here, so it's a place you'll probably see often in the near future. Ah, and just below the Chronicum is the temple smithy. You should go there if you need equipment. Over there, that's the Scuola and the quarters. The keepers and the novices live. There's also a training room where everything from swordplay to marksmanship can be trained and taught. You will find some skilled teachers there.
Awesome.
Well, I think that's about it. You've already been to the Emporium, and I assume to the Eye of the Gods as well. I suggest you speak to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready to take the oath.
Fair enough. What will you do?
Prepare myself, probably. Now walk blessed. I will see you soon.
Yeah, walk blessed yourself. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for Chapter 13. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys next time where we take the oath to become a Keeper of the Order.